This is the slam drill, and this is the one driver drill you need to have. So most good players, or most players who use driver in their golf game, we see this sliding move as an effort to try and generate speed, try and attack the ball from the inside, and ultimately try and get this golf ball up into the air. But it can cause us havoc. We can get stuck, we can flip it, we can miss it left, we can miss it right. It sounds absolutely torturous, this, doesn't it? So the slam drill fixes this. Right, let's get straight into the drill. This is exactly what I want you to do. So we're gonna feel as though during the backswing, we're gonna allow our left heel just to come slightly off the ground. Now this is gonna do two things for us. This is gonna help us turn a little bit better during the backswing, so increase our hip mobility and allow us to get that a little bit freer. But also now, we're gonna try and feel our move in transition is slam down, and that helps us generate speed, but not sliding speed, which is going to help us generate a more neutral club path, better control of the club face. Don't need to go on about the numerous benefits this is going to give you. So this is exactly how I want you to implement the slam drill. Now we see many of the top players now, Eduardo Molinari, former Open champion, Matthew Wolff. All these guys have crazy speed and are crazy consistent. Going back into time, Ben Hogan, Jack Nicklaus, all had this little bit of a move, that left heel coming off the ground. Now, I don't know exactly why they do it, but I can assure you this is going to transform your work with the big dog. So what we want to feel here is, this is how I want you to implement it into a routine. So I've got 3 golf balls here. Imagine we're doing a nice 3-ball set during our range session. What we do is a few practice swings, slowly working this club to the top, and as our hands pass our hip height, can we increase our hip turn and just feel as though our left heel comes slightly off the ground. Now I'm not losing posture here, I'm staying in posture, I'm staying ready, but what I want you to feel is left heel comes up, nice increase in hip turn. I've still got that split, more shoulder than hip, and now this is the key move. It's not a slide because we physically can't do that. What I want you to do is to the top, slam it in. Slam it in. So we get into pre-impact now, where at blast parallel we've got the club parallel, hips starting to over the target, shoulders are starting to get close to the yellow line. We now can explode up and through the shot. Let's take you down the line and show you exactly what we're looking for from this perspective. So addressing the golf ball now, move slightly away, but moving it to the top, hands past hip height, the left heel come up, and this is the key move. Absolute gold dust, this move. In. So I feel as though I start that downswing with the lower half. The left heel gets down to the ground, the hips start to work to target, then this follows. So it's like a coiled spring unleashing itself. It's not a slide and stuck behind. We're up, we're in front, we're loaded, and we can explode. So hitting this shot away now, this is how I'd implement it through the 3 stages. Up, left heel up, down and in, up, hit it away. And that's going to allow you to feel as though that club's delivered in front, but strong and not stuck underneath. Because as we said, I'm guilty. Guys, I know I'm guilty. I can miss it left, I can miss it right. And it's absolutely torturous. Okay, on to the next stage of this. So, next stage, our second golf ball. Can we feel now it's a more complete move, so it's not like our first ball, to the top, slam it in, bring it up, slam it in through. We want to just feel as though now we make a full complete swing in roughly around gear 3. And if you want to know a bit more about the gears video, I'll leave that link straight up here, because it's a super cool one for learning new moves no matter what they are in your golf game. So we're going to the top now, up, slam it and through. Wow, they're literally, and I mean this, they're probably the 2 purest shots I've hit in a long time with driver, and just look where that is. Now for me, honestly, I'm usually someone that toes it, because I get this way. I'm clearly telling myself, Alex, you need to do more of drills like this. Final golf ball, we know what we do here, we just let it rip. So all we're going to do now is the full drill. We're going to go up, we're going to feel it, slam it, up, bring it through. So instead of that slide, we're slamming that pressure into the ground, using it, letting it go. Can we make it 3 for 3 out the middle? This would be a rarity. Oh, it was just ripped. not quite the middle, guys. I'll show you this one. Well, we'd take it, right? It's one that comes out and it looks like a nice little draw. Since we're talking about driver, and we all know we love the drivers, and there's plenty of good ones out there in 2020. What is your favourite driver on the market of 2020? You don't have to own it, guys. Just interesting to know. Remember, I'm gaming this bad boy, and this is probably one of the hottest ones on the market, especially from last year's F9. They've done really well in terms of getting an affordable but really driver full of tech. But I want to know what you prefer. Comment that down below. Love to know, just that little bit down there. So smash them for me. You know, this is probably my favourite part of the video. Obviously, helping you improve your golf is a great part of the video, but reading out your comments, absolutely love them. This one comes from the video, The Perfect Ball Position for Every Golf Club, Simple Golf Tips. We've had loads of questions on this. So I want to address Tony Krasizik. I'm sorry, Tony, I'm from Manchester and I can't sometimes pronounce names. He said, Alex, could you please address where your body weight centre should be on each ball position? So let's use this rule of thumb. So if we felt like with an iron, and we felt here, okay, imagine this is our body mass and our centre of our mass. If we move our right weight to the right hand side, see how our mass moves. For an iron, I like to feel as though it stays pretty much central, not on the ball position, not ahead of the ball position. With driver, I like to feel as though, and this is done through just tilting these shoulders, that our centre of mass starts slightly behind the golf ball. If you think about it, that helps us hit it on the up, Tony. So I hope that helps you and explains exactly where it wants to be. The next comment comes from Ian Powis. He said, on the short game moves every golfer needs to know. Now, in this video, I talked about the percentages. So 75% in the air, 25% rollout, 50-50, 25% in the air, 75% rollout. And he said, what clubs do you recommend for them? So for the 75% in the air, 25% rollout, I would use your most lofted golf club, whether that be sand wedge 58, and then for the 50-50, I would generally use pitching wedge. And then the final one, the 25% in the air, 75% rollout. I would base it on how much you want that ball to roll out. So for example, if it's running up a Mackenzie up quite a long way, we might want to use something like a 7 iron. If we want to use something that rolls out a little bit, we want to use more of a 9 iron. But ultimately, it's not a lofted club. It's probably one of your higher irons, so your 8, 9, 7 irons, something around there. And if you want to find out a little bit more about those 3 moves, I'll leave that link down below, because if you're struggling with this short game, guys, that is so key. Thank you very much for watching today's video. So guys, I know a lot of you since lockdown have really been behind the channel. I really do appreciate that. And now we can go and play golf. Your support is overwhelming. But to show your appreciation and show your support, I really appreciate if you just hit that thumbs up button. It helps me, helps the channel grow, and I want you to be part of that. Thanks so much, guys, and don't forget, join us tomorrow for Friday Fix.